Hi and welcome to True Crime, a channel dedicated to the dark underworld of criminal activity carried out by gangsters, mobsters, cartel leaders, and others. Let's get started. Adam Montgomery changed his Facebook profile photo in May 2017. He was using a trampoline with his small daughter, Harmony. The toddler, who was almost 3, had her blonde hair wrapped back. She sported pink sunglasses and a t-shirt with the word love on it. Harmony's tiny feet were several inches in the air, her arms were reaching upward, and her ear-to-ear smile was all visible in the picture, which captured the father-daughter moment. Montgomery is also giddy. The Manchester police provided this. "My darling baby girl, I love you so much," Montgomery said in the post, dated May 22, 2017. According to the records, Montgomery has a violent and protracted criminal past. The governor of Massachusetts, Chris Sununu, described Montgomery as a monstrous drug dealer and evil in a letter to court officials this week. On December 31, 2021, close to Harvell Street in Manchester, police discovered Montgomery dozing off in his automobile. Where was Harmony, they inquired. First, he claimed to have recently seen her and that she was fine. His statement that he hadn't seen her since Thanksgiving 2019, more than 2 years earlier, contradicted himself. He stated that Harmony was with her mother, Crystal Sorey, in Massachusetts. He told the cops, "I have nothing else to say and not talking to you," refusing to respond to additional inquiries. Previously, Sorey informed the police that she hadn't seen her daughter since a FaceTime chat on Easter 2019. According to Crystal, Adam was visible in the video call's backdrop, according to an affidavit. Crystal remembers Harmony looking scared, and she thinks that was the last time she genuinely saw her daughter. Sorey claimed that since being sober, she had been searching desperately for her daughter. She claimed that Montgomery and her both struggled with substance misuse. Montgomery, 31, was taken into custody on January 4, 2022 at 8:34 p.m. on a warrant for felony second-degree assault stemming from a punch to Harmony's face in 2019. A misdemeanor charge of interfering with custody and 2 misdemeanor counts of endangering the welfare of a child were also brought against him. Kevin, Adam's uncle, claimed to have seen Harmony with a black eye in 2019. The location of the arrest is noted in the police log as being at the Manchester police station. There were no specifics about his location. Harmony was seen by Adam's uncle, Kevin, in 2019 with a black eye, and Kevin claimed his nephew claimed he bashed her around this house. It's a puzzling situation. Harmony is missing. What is the cause of her 2-year disappearance? The girl, who would be 7 years old, is still being sought after. Around $144,000 has been offered as a reward for information leading to her whereabouts. A dedicated tip line, 603-203-6060, is staffed around the clock. Montgomery first had small run-ins with the law. According to the archives of the Union leader, he was accused of having a hazardous weapon on school property in 2006 when he was 16 years old and residing on Donald Street in Bedford. In July 2007, Montgomery was accused of shouting that the girl had stolen his cell phone and then following her inside her Plainfield Street house. He was accused of breaking and entering in simple assault, a misdemeanor. January 2008 saw the dismissal of the lawsuit. Bedford police accused Montgomery of allegedly threatening his 15-year-old ex-girlfriend from Manchester with a knife on September 2007. According to court records, he received a sentence of 110 days in jail. In Manchester, near Bridge and Belmont Streets, in May 2008, Montgomery, who was 18 at the time, was accused of throwing a young man out of a moving car and stabbing him in the leg. Lieutenant Robert Cunha, a police prosecutor, claimed that the incident was the consequence of a drug scam in which Montgomery thought he was the victim of false drug sales. Cunha termed the mix of weapons and narcotics a formula for disaster, according to a Union leader piece. Montgomery stated that he would have no issues adhering to the victim interference restriction in his $25,000 cash corporate surety bail. Montgomery answered, "I don't know who this kid is." Montgomery received a 4-year prison term. He completed 383 days of prison time. Only in New Hampshire does Montgomery mention 21 things in his criminal case history. In Manchester, near Bridge and Belmont Streets, in May 2008, Montgomery, who was 18 at the time, was accused of throwing a young man out of a moving car and stabbing him in the leg. In Massachusetts, he committed his most brutal crimes. According to published sources, Montgomery was accused of shooting a man in the head in Haverhill, Massachusetts, in 2014 after crossing the border to obtain cocaine. According to the Essex, Massachusetts District Attorney's Office, in that case, Montgomery pleaded guilty to stealing from a person, assault, and battery with a dangerous weapon, carrying a firearm without a license, and firing a firearm within 500 feet of a building on September 2014. He received an 18-month prison term. According to the Boston Globe, Montgomery was found guilty of robbing two ladies at gunpoint while breaking into their Malden apartment in 2008. He also aimed a weapon at an officer's chest, which was later revealed to be a pellet gun. According to the Globe, he admitted guilt to both assault and battery with a dangerous weapon and armed robbery. In his letter dated January 18th, Sununu stated that Harmony Montgomery's father, Adam Montgomery, was a monstrous drug dealer with prior convictions, including shooting someone in the head and a separate armed attack on two women in Massachusetts. Born in June 2014, Harmony. Because to her drug abuse, Sori was forced to give up custody of Harmony in 2018. In addition, Montgomery and his ex-wife Kayla Montgomery have 3 kids together. In February 2019, Montgomery was granted sole legal custody of Harmony. Around the time of Thanksgiving that year, family members, including Kayla Montgomery, said they had last seen the young child. The day after Adam Montgomery was detained, Kayla Montgomery was also charged with theft for allegedly using Harmony's food stamps even though Harmony did not live with her. On July 2, 2021, at 7:45 p.m., Kayla Montgomery's mother, Christina Lubin, filed a restraining order against Montgomery after he showed up at her Dubuque Street residence and waited outside. He was seen by neighbors knocking on the home's front window, according to the complaint. On July 4, 2021, Lubin's boyfriend discovered a steak knife on the ground close to the location where Montgomery was spotted rapping on the window. According to the lawsuit, Kayla Montgomery and her 3 kids were temporarily residing there due to domestic assault on her from her husband, Adam Montgomery. Lubin had been housing the 4 since March 21, 2021. She stated in her plea for a restraining order that safety for everybody involved was her primary worry. Due to a lack of a request for an extension, the restraining order was dismissed on September 8, 2021. The day her daughter appeared before a court, Lubin held a press conference at her Dubuque Street residence. Adam used to be a nice guy, but that has changed, according to Lubin. He is a total evil. He is utterly evil. According to Kayla Montgomery, Adam had been living in a sober house before he departed the region to live with a different woman in Maine. With no bond, Adam Montgomery is still being held. A fresh bail hearing for Kayla Montgomery is scheduled for Monday. Adam Montgomery's disposition conference is scheduled for March 4. Thank you for watching another amazing video from our true crime team. Like, comment, and subscribe. And stay tuned to our next real-life true crime video.